C15 News at 6 starts now.
We start tonight with weather. We finally ditched the rain. It was beautiful outside today, but it might not stick around for long.
Nice to see some blue sky, but a breezy day today. And guess what? More rain is coming our way. The Weather Authority's Amy Carlson joins us now. And Amy, say it ain't so. Tonight, a state budget that Republicans took into their own hands to write is on its way to the floor for a vote.
That's true, and though the budget battle, of course, is far from over, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. NBC 15's Caroline Peterson has details on the GOP's tax plan.
Today, the
Now, a quick overview of other hot-button issues within the Finance Committee's version of this budget. A $500 million boost to K-12 public schools. Evers wanted to give them $1.4 billion. An additional $484 million for road work, compared to the $624 million Evers wanted to give, and by raising the state's gas tax by 8 cents per gallon as well. Republicans also erased Evers' proposal to expand Medicaid for an estimated 82,000 people, which Democrats said would have saved the state millions.
New tonight, following a spike in Wisconsin communities introducing so-called wheel taxes to pay for road repairs, a new measure from Republican lawmakers would prevent local governments from doing so.
Right now, Madison police are still searching for this man right here on the screen. He's wanted in connection to an attempted homicide. These photos were taken on a security camera in the 2000 block of McKenna Boulevard. This happened early Tuesday morning. Online police reports allege this man and another person were involved in a targeted armed home invasion. The homeowner was grazed in the head by a bullet. So if you know anything about this incident or know this man, again, in this photo, you're asked to call the Madison area Crime Stoppers.
New tonight, 12 years in prison for the man charged in a hit-and-run death of a Milwaukee Department of Public Works employee.
New tonight, another Wisconsin city is considering an ordinance that fines parents of kids who are bullying. Next week, the Common Council in Wisconsin Rapids will consider an anti-bullying ordinance. It also would ban harassment and retaliation against anyone who reports these incidents. In Eau Claire, school officials say bullying is a community concern.
Here's a quick heads up for you for drivers if you're headed out this weekend. Here's a live look now at the Beltline.
Now to a new federal measure gaining traction in the U.S. Capitol. This is involving a chemical found in a series of water wells in Madison. As we've reported extensively over the past few months, trace amounts of PFAS were found in 4 wells, all near Truax Field. PFAS chemicals were used in firefighting foam on military bases and has been found in runoff water in some areas. Federal agencies say consuming PFAS can negatively affect a person's health, and now a new bill would require the U.S. Geological Survey to check nationwide for PFAS in water.
New tonight, a celebration for the groundbreaking of the Wisconsin 9/11 Memorial in Kewaskum. And grilling up a good time at Gilda's Club.
Coming up next, the benefit that helps raise money for the group and their outreach programs.
But first, beauty at the bus stop. The reason Milwaukee's metro system started putting artwork at its benches.
C15 News at 4 starts now.
Thanks for joining us today at 4. I'm Morgan Wolfe. A fugitive that's been missing for more than 7 years has returned to Wisconsin to face criminal charges. William Guy appeared in federal court this morning following his extradition from Austria. The 51-year-old was arrested in Austria in April of 2018 for fraudulently getting a passport. He is facing other charges, though. They include possessing child pornography, stalking, false imprisonment, and identity theft. A judge set Guy's federal trial date for October 28th. Madison police are looking for 5 men involved in a violent robbery last night at a mainly student apartment complex. The Hub apartment complex is where this incident happened at downtown. Police say around 8 o'clock last night, 5 African-American men banged on the 9th floor door of an apartment, then forced their way in. They beat another person inside that apartment and then stole cash and other valuable personal items. The incident happening only within a week of a stabbing that occurred at another apartment inside the same complex. One is dead after a fatal shooting in West Allis. West Allis police say officers responded to reports of gunshots around 1 this morning. Officers found a man who had been shot who later then died. Police have not yet released the identity of that victim, and no one's been taken into custody at this time. Of course, stay with NBC 15 News on our evening shows and online for the latest on this story. Madison police are also looking for a man and a woman who stole a kitten from a pet store. Noah's Ark Pet Center on Sherman Avenue reported the incident today. Police say store employees told them that a woman distracted one employee while the man took the kitten. Anyone with information on this is asked to call Madison Area Crime Stoppers. Before you step outside, hold on to your hats. It's a gusty one out there. Meteorologist Brian Dukes is road tripping in Monroe at the Balloons and Blues Festival. Brian, is the wind going to really linger into the evening, affecting the balloons? The lineup for the first Democratic presidential primary debate on NBC has been set. 20 candidates have been divided into groups of 10. The first night, Wednesday, June 26, this will be the list right here of who will be there, including leaders amongst the group Cory Booker, Elizabeth Warren, and Beto O'Rourke. Night 2, Thursday, June 27th, will feature these candidates that are standouts, including Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, and Pete Buttigieg. Of course, to decide this matchup, candidates' names were drawn manually at NBC's headquarters at 30 Rockefeller Plaza in New York. The Wisconsin Elections Commission is mailing postcards this week to more than 100,000 registered voters who haven't voted in years. The postcards ask recipients whether they want to remain a registered voter at that address. They then have the option to sign the card and return it to their municipal clerk by July 31st. Voters who do not respond will be marked as inactive, meaning that they will need to register again. An update on the fight against opioids. Lawyers are asking a federal judge to create a negotiating group of only U.S. towns, cities, and counties. The goal is to create a system for the country's 25,000 municipalities to benefit from any future settlement reached through lawsuits. Hundreds of lawsuits currently accuse pharmaceutical companies of downplaying the addictive nature of opioids. Today is Flag Day, but do you know how to respectfully display your flag? According to the U.S. Department of Military Affairs, the American flag should only be flown from sunrise to sunset, unless it is lit up during darkness. Now, it shouldn't be left outside, of course, during poor weather conditions. You don't want that flag to get damaged. The flag should also never be draped or drawn back into folds. It also should never be dipped or allowed in to touch anything beneath it. When the flag is worn, it should be destroyed by burning. Tomorrow only, you can take your fluffy friend to Dane County dog parks for free. Dogs must be vaccinated and have their municipal licenses to visit. And you must follow the rules of the park, of course. Make sure to keep an eye on your pup when they're there. Now, outside of this free day, you need to buy a daily or annual dog permit for these parks. The daily fee runs from $5 and an annual tag is $35. Several roads in our area are going to be closed over the weekend as summer construction is underway. Still ahead at 4, where you should be expecting delays.